How's it going, everybody? Bush's Baked Beans here. So I'm a couple days late to this entire thing. I will in fact say that, maybe a day or two late to this entire thing, but hey, I guess while it's still going on, might as well talk about it. So, Creepshow Art has returned, coincidentally releasing a video, during the time in which YouTube has nuked dislikes, and also coincidentally during a time in which, the main target of this video, Emily Artful, was apparently spending some quality time with her family. Now, let me catch everyone up to speed for those that don't know about this entire situation. Creepshow Art, or Shannon, or whatever I decide to call her within the rest of this video, I'll probably continue to flip-flop between the two because I'm inconsistent as hell. Essentially, she was fairly relatively popular within the commentary community during around 2020 and early 2021. That was until some messages from some sort of forum site known as lolcow ended up getting leaked of Shannon basically just shit talking people that she called friends, people that she had literally called friends within her own channel, basically revealing the fact that she didn't even see them as friends, but more or less as just people that she could just use to boost her numbers. And on top of that too, apparently a few of them were actually preempting some drama and whatnot. I think one of the main ones was the whole thing that happened with Hopeless Peaches and whatnot, which is different kinds of screwed up, let me tell you. But the real nail in the coffin ended up happening when another YouTube channel by the name of Emily Artful ended up releasing a 2-hour-long expose on Creepshow Art, essentially exposing Shannon for essentially stalking her for 10 or so years, and didn't do it on her own, but did it with the help of Shannon's current husband, which is Emily's ex-boyfriend. So yeah, that's a bit yikesy. Don't do that, okay? Just a little bit of a pro tip out there. Don't do that. And of course, after all that was revealed, Shannon did absolutely nothing. She just completely ghosted her channel, just uploaded absolutely nothing, said nothing, just completely dipped off of the face of the internet, and just left people wondering what the hell happened. She ended up coming back with a huge banger, let me tell you, a 2-hour-long video released on New Year's, where she ends up ultimately proving Emily's point of, Shannon being a complete and total fucking creep. Basically, I watched the first 5 minutes of it, and then just had to go away for something, and by then there were already people making videos about it and going over it. So at least there were some people that ended up doing something extremely brave, something that I myself couldn't really do, which was watch the entire 2.5 long hour video and go through every single thing that was wrong with it, and pretty much just be saying some of the things that, at least there were some timestamps for some of these things, so I was at least able to go through them. Within the first 5 minutes, I knew it was going to be a train wreck, because it just immediately starts off with Shannon basically just victim blaming Emily, just basically saying, oh, Emily's just acting like the victim, I'm the real victim here, you guys should believe me and not her, basically just kind of stuff like that. And I pretty much knew it was going to be a train wreck just because of the fact that, well, why in the hell would you even start a video off like that? And then, oh boy. This is when things start getting really crazy, okay? So other people went through it, and people ended up, finding some very interesting things. Apparently, it goes over, her trying to disprove the fact that she is a stalker, her trying to prove that this Amy individual existed, which was apparently Shannon's alleged stalker, which, keep in mind, doesn't even exist, mind you. It was literally just, her basically outing herself, and the Shannon and the situation of the Amy stalker was actually just Emily Artful. And then the third part was her just trying to basically drag Emily through the mud by pulling up, well, content and posts that are 12 years old. How do you fuck it up that badly? If you're trying to prove that you're not a stalker, why would you pull up stuff that, is ages old? Hey guys, editing sanity here. One of the main things I forgot to mention about this part, where, Shannon decides to bring up some of this older stuff from Emily Artful, is to basically, not only to try and drag Emily through the mud, but to also try and basically, I guess, make the point that, Emily hasn't changed at all or anything along those lines, which, keep in mind, some of those posts that Shannon does show off are 12 years old, which very likely either A, Emily has forgotten about and has likely changed over time, or B, has publicly disavowed them. It's extremely hilarious when she decides to, go along this whole entire thing of, hey, people aren't allowed to change, yet decides to come onto here acting like she has changed a lot, which again, keep in mind she doesn't even go over the lolcow posts that end up happening. So, you know, considering that, wouldn't that mean that Shannon hasn't changed at all either? Wouldn't that mean that Shannon is still just a spiteful asshole? I want you guys to keep that one in mind. I want you guys to think about that one. Anyways, back to normal sanity. And also bring up some relatively personal things. There were some actual personal things that were mentioned within Shannon's video, which was, you know, pretty iffy, to say the very least. I'll leave a link down below to, like, you know, a longer video that kind of goes over some of, you know, the stuff a little bit deeper. I just wanted to talk about this mainly due to the fact that, well, might as well. After all, I feel the need that this should definitely be talked about. Someone like this shouldn't be, you know, allowed back on the platform. She should have just stayed offline, to be completely honest, because honestly, if you end up getting outed for something like this, and you end up making a half-assed response like this, and it is half-assed despite the fact that it's like 2 hours long, which is surprising. Like, how do you manage to do something like that? But that's besides the point. The point is that it sucks. It just sucks. But yeah, anyways guys, that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please consider leaving a like. That's very well appreciated. Leave a comment down below what you thought about the video, which one way to talk about next, and also subscribe to the channel if you're new and you want to see more content such as this. Also go ahead and follow me on Twitter. I don't go out on my way to stalk people for like years on and just, you know, just hide from it. And yeah. Anyways guys, this has been Sanity.
Wanna see you again sometime. A song in my heart, a world of worry falling on your mind. But don't we leave it all behind. 고슈한 그 바다라 모노君たちと私までも今日も生きてよかったと言ったら幸せ
I'm thinking that for like this year, I probably will scrap the whole, like, you know, Twitter joke. I'll still plug it. They'll probably like do like a different joke for this year. But yeah, that's, yeah. I guess for those that stuck around until the end, I guess you guys know what the plan is for the rest of the year. Yeah.